From the alley-oops at Kezar to the glory days at the stick. From who's got it better than us to brick by brick. It's always the 49ers way. From off-season to game day. Yeah, we talk back. It's the 49ers Cutback.
It's 49ers Cutback Podcast time, and the 49ers hit it strong with this guy because Deommodore Lenoir was their selection at 172, and I know that's somebody that we all like because we've all watched a lot of film on him, and we've been high on this guy since the beginning. So solid move by the 49ers.
Finally, they took a guy we were actually prepared and ready for them to take. There's a lot to like about Deommodore Lenoir. He's tall, rangy, athletic, long arms. He's tough. He seems like he knows where the ball is going to be at all times. Played in a premier program against premier competition. So, I mean, there's a lot to like about Deommodore Lenoir.
Yeah, not only that, man, but this is just a guy who looks smart, looks the part on film. He's in the right spots. He knows where he's supposed to be. Talented guy, athletic guy, got a pretty good ceiling. We were all a little surprised that most mock drafts, he was lower on boards, sometimes 6th, 7th round, sometimes not even going drafted. So it was a guy that we thought was going to be a little higher and went a little higher. And you know what? In all honesty, don't hate this pick. I think this might end up being one of my favorite picks the 49ers make in this draft.
When we first got into watching cornerbacks way back when we were breaking down players, I remember Alex telling you that this was one of my favorite guys. Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed watching the film. It was one of the guys that jumped off the screen. Playing in the nickel role is where I think he'll fit the best. Just with the size and measurables that he has, I think that's what he kind of lends himself to. Early on, he probably has a role in the dime package and then maybe can develop more into other things. But they're definitely making sure that they have the corners that they need to play in the dime and nickel when they have to go against some of these other teams that are getting 4 and 5 wide receivers on the field at all times. 49ers did a good job of securing a guy that is very smart, very intellectual, looks at the game a certain way, and then strikes and makes good plays. He's not always in the right spot. I can't say he's there 100% of the time, but he's there more times than he's not. And that's what you're looking for from a young player. Somebody that I think can develop and be big time for the 49ers in the future. So another great selection at 172. Great talent at 172. Somebody that's probably been slept on a little bit because he's out there in the Pac-12 land, and Pac-12 land gets slept on a lot.
Well, it's another guy that clearly has the potential to be an NFL starter. For reference for all you guys, I think he has the potential to be a K'Waun Williams type player.
Yeah, K'Waun Williams,
K'Waun Williams type player.
Good save. Yeah, very well could be. I think this is the epitome here of the Niners are targeting a lot of Pac-12 guys. Whether it was Paulson Adebo, whether it was Walker Little, Deommodore Lenoir, some other guys maybe that we're going to talk about in the next episode that we're going to be doing that you're going to be watching. So make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. The Pac-12 guys, definitely they have an eye on. Not a surprise seeing as John Lynch is a Stanford dude.
Yeah, and I think that you have an eye on great talent, and Deommodore Lenoir is a great talent, somebody that they needed to make sure they secured in the secondary. They took care of getting Ambry Thomas to play outside, and now they needed to strike on somebody that can play in the nickel role and play inside. Somebody that can learn from K'Waun Williams and maybe develop into that type of player. I'm not going to go out there and say he's going to be that guy, but he's instinctive, and you like that. You want somebody that can go out there and create turnovers. You don't have, Jamar Taylor this year, so you needed somebody to be there behind K'Waun Williams and secure, that spot, that backup role. Dante Johnson, it could be that guy right now, but maybe Deommodore Lenoir is going to come in there and push. And that's what you want. You want battles. You want competition going into training camp. This guy makes sure he does it. 49ers had goals going into this, and in the 5th round, they were not only looking for guys who could develop into great starters eventually, but it could be great depth right now, and I think they're hitting on those areas.
Yeah, definitely. It goes with the theme. No one's job is safe back there. You're going to have to come in and compete. You're going to have to now beat out a guy like Deommodore Lenoir. Stay on the roster.
Yep, you're right. Everyone is replaceable. Everyone can have their spot replaced. There are obviously guys who aren't replaceable in that sense, but for the most part, every cog in the wheel can be changed. Everyone can be adapted and adjusted. 49ers, this roster, going to have to get some work done. These guys got some positions to fight over. It's going to be a very interesting training camp, to say the least. That is for sure. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell also. And since you're doing all that already, comment down below. Let us know what you thought of this selection. Let us know what you think of this breakdown. You agree? You think this guy has a potential, especially to fill in that role behind a K'Wan Williams? Or do you disagree? You hate it? They should have went something else. They should have done something else. Why, oh, why didn't they take McCorkle? Don't be Grant Cohn, but it's fine. If that's the opinion you want to have, go ahead and have it down there in the comment section. Help out that YouTube algorithm. Let's pump this content out to as many people as we can, so that way we're having better, greater, huger conversations.
And don't forget that next week we're going to be going live for the schedule release. You're going to want to be here for that, so that way we can start going over these picks these games as we find out where the 49ers are going to be playing and at what time, on what day, how many Monday Night Football games, how many Thursday. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's when we're going to start being able to determine how we think the 49ers are going to be able to do. And Deommodore Lenoir was a great pick, so we can be able to stop the NFC West and hopefully win it this year.
That is for sure, Ant. That is for sure. But until the schedule released and until our next episode, you stay safe.
And remember the right way.
As always, the 49ers way.